What's going on, my Atomic Cycle Works friends? Today we're gonna do a little unboxing. Said, hey, we got some packages that came in over the weekend. Let's take a look and see what we got here. So this one, I'm pretty sure, is just some new swatches. So you get to see some of the new materials that we'll have available, which is really exciting because you don't really get a lot of new swatches and stuff these days. Oh, these are nice little binders. So this is from Douglas Industries, right? Douglas Fabrics. All right, we got the binder here. Get out of here! Well, just stealing that from that stale cracker guy. That guy cracks me up. I don't know why. I could watch his videos every day. Always throwing stuff at the camera, getting kind of crazy. Anyway, what do they got here? So these are commercial stuff, which doesn't really. Oh, actually, you know what they have? So they have some Sequest materials, which we used to use a lot of Sequest stuff back in the day. It's a good marine vinyl, and it actually matches some of the older Harley Davidson vinyls, and some of it has period correctness to like older stuff. So what do we got here? Oh, this is a nice imitation leather. Oh, that's nice vinyl right there. This is kind of a weird texture. I don't know what that is. That's EcoSense. Must be for hospitality contract work. That's crazy. It's got some Naga hides here. This is Malmoburn. This is nice too. These ones look nice. They're a little bit thicker, but they do have the furry back, so it's not really great for waterproof. It's good for a regular bike that doesn't see a lot of water, but not something that gets a lot. This one also has a fabric backing on it, which I prefer to use those on things. This does not. Whisper. They actually have a pretty good selection of different vinyls in this one book, and this is only one of what, 3, 4? 1, 2, 3. So we're going to go through and take some of these ones that we're going to use a lot of and post them on our website like we discussed on our last video, because we want you guys to be able to see it and choose different options. It could be overwhelming, and I know it's not what we should do. So years ago, I always look at some of the older business guys that I dealt with and consider when they're successful and they tell you stuff, they're mentoring you. One of my guys I used to work with who did very well always told me, don't give too many options. If you give too many options, it gives too many reasons for someone to cancel the sale and move out, get overwhelmed, get confused, all that stuff, which is true. He found over the years he is 100% right. When there's too many options, it gets overwhelming sometimes. We're custom, and a lot of the stuff we're doing is specialty stuff for motorcycles, and it means specialty materials, specialty colors, and all that. Man, they have a lot of stuff here. So, man, it's so nice seeing new swatches. So our Symphony Classic, we use a lot of Symphony Classic, and our swatches are so old, it doesn't even look like this. It's so funny how different it looks to see something new. Some of these swatches I've had for 20, 30 years. So it's really nice to see some new stuff. So we will be doing a lot of business with this company because they have a great selection of products. I'm like a kid in a candy store when it comes to looking at materials. Oh, vintage. So the Symphony Vintage is one of my favorites. We actually forgot what we were doing. I think we were doing like, because back in the day we would accept some home furniture or contract work. And I believe we were doing a restaurant and we needed an imitation distressed looking vinyl. So we got some Symphony Vintage material. And I believe the first bike we did it on was for Tony at Vindicator Cycles. He brought a bike down and it was an unusual color. So we put some different materials on there and we had a piece of this Symphony Vintage, I think it was English Toffee, because that's like one of our most popular colors. We set that on the bike. It looked perfect. It looked really good. So we started using that. Next thing you know, if you had a weird blue, a weird red, a weird orange, you know, even greens, that Symphony Vintage material looks so nice on it because it has character and life. It's a distressed imitation imitation leather, so it looks like distressed leather. When you pull it, it actually is lighter and grainier, and wherever you stitch it, it'll be lighter and grainier. It has a really cool look, but it lasts a lot longer than a real traditional distressed leather. So that kind of started an ongoing long trend for us. Okay, she had said that they have some different fabrics. We don't really do a lot of fabrics, except for like if we're doing any RV work, some of the marine work, you use the fabric in there. Actually, I'm doing my own boat over the winter, so I want to make sure that we We might be able to use some of this stuff on that as well. It's nice to be able to see cloths. We don't have any samples for cloths at all. Oh, this is like neat. It's almost like a jean material. Very cool stuff. Very, very cool. So thank you for Douglas for being very professional and having a really nice sample books here. Very nice stuff here. And now we're going to move to the next box. And the next box is actually a seat. So I want to kind of show you guys what we do when your packages come in. Very carefully cut the tape because we don't want to rip anything, because sometimes the seats are right touching the boxes. This one is from, it's hard to see because I got the lights shining at me, Virginia, looks like. Virginia, Tom. So what we usually do is we're gonna go through these before they even go into the shop, into production. We call you, go over everything. They get labeled, bagged, and tagged. You'll notice when we say, if you're gonna ship us your seats or products or anything, we have a questionnaire on our website. So if you went to atomiccycleworks.com, clicked on the questionnaire, and you fill that thing out as best you can even upload photos of you on the bike and you and your bike. It helps us to have some sort of reference to build your seat, to make it fine-tuned to exactly what you want and your desires, because we're all similar, but we're all different. And we want to make sure that your seat is fit specifically to you. So you could do that. That emails us, so we have a copy here. You could also print that off and stick it in your box too. If you're not computer savvy and that's too much of a pain in the tail, you could do what this gentleman did and just write it down. And he put his name, address on there. Yep, it is from Virginia. Redo the hammock seat as far as cover it. I know the original cover is a pain. Like to save money and not a. I mean, I'm gonna have to go in the light and see this. I can't really see. I got lights blaring at me, so you can see me, which is probably you're better off not seeing me. Okay, so let's pull this out and see. So it's just going to be another hammock seat. And what we end up doing is, it's great when they package it like this because we can just put it right back in the box. It's packaged well when it's done. And then we go over it. Okay, so we'll put that down there. And what do we have? A hammock seat. So it's funny because our hammock seat videos do very well. Some people love the seats and some people hate the seats. I personally, because I've taken so many apart and right out of the gate, they are actually, the hammocks are broken. I've never been a personal fan of them. Some people love them, some people hate them, and we get a lot of back and forth on our videos for the hammock seats, but this will be another one we're doing, and when we do it, we'll do it live. Not live, but well, maybe we'll do it live, but we'll do a video of it so you can see us pulling it apart and see exactly what's underneath this, if it's broken, if it's not broken, and that will kind of tell you. And it's funny because we have like a placebo effect, right, with seats. I'm gonna tell you a story. It's gonna make me sound like a horrible person, but this is going back, I wanna say, almost, well, yeah, about 20 years ago. We had a customer who dropped off a seat. He wanted us to put gel in it. And so a lot of times you'll hear me say, it's a placebo. There's certain people it has a placebo effect. Dropped this seat off to me, wanted gel. I told him roughly a certain amount of days or whatever. Came in, popped by a little early because he just wanted to see if it was done yet. I wasn't there. I was actually on the road delivering seats to 4 Horsemen motorcycles back when they were in business, and quite a bit away. So I get a call. No, I didn't even get a call. My good friend Mike was laid off from the union, so he was actually hanging out at my shop for me watching it. And I get back and he says, hey, so-and-so came and picked up their seat and left a check here for payment. And so I'm like, I go, I didn't do that seat yet. I go, oh man, so I'm gonna have to call him up and let him know that I didn't do the seat. Well, he called me before I called him. Like within minutes, the phone rang. He says, I don't know what you did to this seat, but it is effing amazing. It's the most comfortable seat. I don't know how you could make this seat that different. I didn't do anything to the seat. So then I'm like, what do I do? Tell the guy he's crazy? Do I say we didn't do it? And I'm like torn, totally torn, because I didn't want to make him look like an idiot. And he was super happy. So I just never deposited the check. Just kind of pushed the check aside and kind of let that one ride. We do find that a lot. And that was what was big back in the day with the gel craze. When gel first came out, everybody had to have it. They didn't, even if you didn't have a problem with your seat, they had to have gel on that seat. And a lot of times people would put a gel in it and say it's so much better. They wouldn't even know. A lot of people have bought in gel seats without gel in it. Like we've had people buy gel pair of seats, and then we get them and they realize they didn't purchase a gel seat. When we take it apart, there's no gel in it because we customize it or whatever. There is a placebo effect, and I feel sometimes with the hammock seats, that's the thing. They tell you it's a hammock, you feel like you're all nice and your butt's cradled, and it's an air hammock. You know, you think everything's great, so people just assume they're good. We get a lot of people. I bet you for every comment that they hate these seats, there's comments that people love it. It's just, it is what it is. It's the placebo. So hopefully this unboxing's, helped you out a little bit. It's kind of funny to do, it's fun to do. What I wanted to show you too is, so when your seats come out, we keep all your information together. We actually have labels that we put on the bottom. It numbers your seat, and it corresponds with a bin that we have out in the shop. We have racks out there with bins in it, with numbers on them, and your seat gets that sticker with that bin number and then goes into a bin that it stays in its whole life while it's here. So all the parts and all the accessories, when we take the seat cover off, everything stays in one bin. When we finish working on it, we put it on the bin. If we have to stop, it goes in that bin. And then when it's done, we empty the bin out, make sure everything's done properly, package your seat up, let you know it's done, and ship it out to you. So that's a little bit of an insight onto what the process into doing a motorcycle seat is here. And we just want to kind of help you so you know. I know with the world of the internet, sometimes it's difficult to see what's on the other side. And you want to know who's doing your seat. You want to know the process that we're doing. Make sure that we don't take your seat here and just throw it in a pile of 50 million Street Glide or Road Glide seats and they all look the same and mess up your order, because that's one of the reasons why we ended up with this system that we do with the bin numbers and categorized, labeled. Everything gets processed before it goes into a bin, because years ago, if you have 20, 30 Softail seats, they all look the same. And whether it's the same seat or not, and the person gets back, I want to make sure you get back what you sent in. Same thing with the Street Glides and the Road Glides. We'll have a run where we'll have 40 seats that look exactly the same. You got to customize them and do stuff. And when you start tearing things apart, it can be really easy to get these things confused. And we don't like to do that. We like to make sure that it goes right back to you. Some people want their original cover back. Some people don't care. So we usually just keep everything together till the end. And if you request it, it goes out with your seat. It's usually like 1 out of every 100 people want their old seat cover back, because usually we modify the foam and it's not going to fit anyways. You can do what you want with it. Thank you for watching the videos. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, follow, ring the bell so that you get informed of more of our videos. I really appreciate the help that the guys and girls that are following our cycle channel, because it is growing really well. We are getting some really good exposure with it. Really appreciate you guys taking your time out of your busy lives and days to actually spend some time with us seat making hillbillies. Thank you.